And away we go. Speed Greasy out of the gate smartly with Vaniski, L Joy, It's Fevery, joined on the outside by Safe Combination and Canyon Crest, the early trailer as they move around the first turn. Vaniski, the Blue Silks, Pena going for 2 wins on the day, joined by Safe Combination and Adrian Castellanos also looking for 2 wins on the day. They've moved 3 to 4 clear of El Joy, It's Fevery, Speed, Grazy, and a gap of 5 back to Canyon Crest at the tail end of the field. 24.01 for the opening quarter. They're well spread out. There must be a good 12 or 13 lengths covering the field of 6 inside the final 5/8 or a mile. Safe Combination just tapping the brakes a little bit. You can see the main body of the field moving up to the 2 leaders. Vaniski on the inside in second. It's Fevery a length away. The Black Silks on the outside. Speed Grazy, the red, white, and blue. El Joy in the Cerise in between horses. Only 2.5 off the lead. A break of 3 then back to Canyon Crest. For half mile, 47.67. 5/16 for a mile to go. They sweep through the apex of the turn. Vaniski out in front by half a length to Safe Combination. Second, Speed Grazy. Roman going for a hat trick. 3 wide as they turn into the home straight. After these comes El Joy. It's Fevery has dropped away and Canyon Crest is still last. Vaniski down to the furlong in front, but here's Speed Grazy. Evan Roman unleashed on the outside, and Speed Grazy drew into the lead from Vaniski in second, who's not going down. We're out of battle. Speed Grazy and Vaniski come down to the wire together. Vaniski the inside holds on for the win. Game and determined, 2 wins on the day for Pena. Speed Grazy over the line in second. Canyon Crest up for third, ahead of El Joy in fourth, 137.53.
Marco, good morning.
Good morning.
I played that replay. That was the last time Vaniski won on dirt. And that's a family horse we have in the first race today. So I wanted to, I just wanted to show that replay to everybody. I didn't, we were supposed to, I wanted to get your total. I like to put our totals. We want to have accountability on our picks. I was minus $31 for the 2 days on the $2 mythical win place. What was your total last week when you totaled it up?
That was...
You got your spreadsheet?
Yeah.
I'm going to post it up here. Oh, you don't know? With that, I'm going to segue into the NHC news. Greg Lewis, man, he's killing it. We talked about it a little bit. Let me pull up the standings on NTRA. So there's the standings. We got Greg Lewis in first. He had a good Hawthorne contest. Chris Inman, he's going to be on Sunday with us. He's in fifth. And Kieran Thornton, table mates, he sits at our table every year. He's in sixth. A couple other big names on here. And, of course, our lone speed compadre, the Schraff man, he's in 18th.
Nice. He's been pretty good this year.
Yeah, the Schraff man, he's been kicking some ass. Hey, he's got a nice little photo, a new photo put up on there. But anyway, yeah, he's been kicking some ass. He's got 3 3,300 point scores. He was at the NHC for the first chance, the last chance. Did well there. And then, of course, he has 2 3,300 scores there for horse tourneys. But let's take a look at Greg, what he's been doing. I think they take your top 8 scores. There's Greg. And he's done well in live events and, of course, online. But his Hawthorne score from Thanksgiving weekend gave him 33.69. And he was the highest score of the 3 days. So I think he got a $10,000 bonus. And, of course, he's going to get $1 million prize. So I always like to start out with some NHC news for everybody because we like to talk about tournament play on here. What did you come up with your score?
All right, so I was plus 1780 day one.
Right.
minus 340, day 2.
So it's all right. So simple math.
And then that's plus 1440.
All right. So you're plus 1440. I'm minus $31 so far. Last year I had a positive ROI. I'll dig myself out of that hole.
Well, it could change pretty much any race.
What's the weather like?
It was 43 degrees about an hour ago when I sent you that text, and we got
Okay.
It's still 43 degrees. Cloudy. No rain,
still
dry. Hasn't rained in a while, so it'll be a normal day of racing.
Okay.
A little chilly probably if the sun doesn't pop out, but nonetheless dry conditions.
All right, good. I don't like mud. I mean, you know, you can if you prepare for it. I don't like surprises, put it that way. I don't like to wake up. I handicap for a dry race card, and then I'm asking you for the weather, and like, oh, it's raining over here this morning. I'm like, oh shit, you know.
No, I don't like muddy tracks. I don't like playing them. They got 15 scratches. It's just.
All right, let's move into the first race here. We have a family horse. We both didn't pick the family horse today. You know, we got to see, you know, how he's going to respond. If he can run back to that race that we showed you from out west, his last dirt win, yeah, he'll be good. There's good reports coming from him, but I landed on the one. Life is hard. You know, had some time off here for Norm McKnight. 6 works in preparation, and I think it's going to get the perfect trip down there. And he likes Oaklawn Park. He's got 12 starts, 2 wins, 3 seconds, 2 thirds. Has a win at the distance with a good number. I had a trip note many moons ago last year here at Oaklawn, and after that bad race, he did run a good third, albeit those were, man, I mean, look at the competition he was running against last year. Happy is a choice. He ran against last year, and we don't have to say too much about this one, but you're going to see this one in the Count Fleet later on in the year, and probably if everything works out, I would imagine the long-term plan would be the Breeders' Cup Sprint with that horse. But anyway, this horse was running against some really tough customers last year. It's freshened up, and I think it's going to return to some of its better form today, and it's going to be a square price. I like Rocco Bowen. Rocco Bowen, you know, he's a journeyman, underrated, good rider. I like him. He's won a lot of races for us back in the Hawthorne days, and I think he'll get the job done here. Where'd you land?
Definitely got the back class in for 10. I'm on the 5 Arrogate Spirit.
Oh, you're on the 5. I got the wrong one. Hold on. There we go. I had race 2 up.
Oh,
yeah, there it is.
I'm looking at this race. I think there's some speed in the race to kind of sit back and wait for your chance. Mm-hmm. This horse should sit pretty close, length or 2 off, and hopefully you can find a nice seam to, get through and not have any trip problems. And I think he can be right there competitive. 4-1 morning line. I don't know where the odds are going to go in this race. I think it's a pretty competitive race overall. But I do like the speed and to chase, which is also why I kind of like Viniski in this spot. If he can return to some of his, earlier races, obviously last couple don't look too pretty, but 30-1, if you could hit the board and get in there in the trifecta, you could probably catch a nice ticket.
Yeah, the horse has ability. I just, I'm not from Missouri, but I'm in the Show Me State today. I gotta see something. The Hawthorne races were bad, but rumor has it we worked out some kinks and got some things figured out. But this horse is going to be a complete bomb. I mean, nobody's going to respect Vaniski off those 2 runs. So maybe at the very least, if he's feeling good underneath on a trifecta for a nice score with either my 1 or your 5 horse, and do some exactas. And I don't know about horizontals, but I'm not going to play the double. Are you playing anything in particular?
I'm definitely going to play like trifectas and superfectas and exactas, because the price is going to be so good. And this rider has brought home some nice prices already this season. Actually,
well, yeah, he's got 2 wins already.
He rode the horse I had opening day in the first race.
Oh, good. We left the favorite off, Cipriano Contreras, I believe. Wait, no, I was thinking of a different race. My bad. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking of a different race. All right. So anyway,
like lukewarm favorites in here, where they got the 7 as the favorite in that race.
Yeah, let me look at the 7.
Yeah, that was No,
that is the horse.
Yeah.
I don't have my bifocals on.
I mean, I get it. Big class.
It's stretching out. It's stretching out. It's run fast. Some of those races, the Colonial Downs race was really good in the state bred, but it got tired. The Prairie Meadows races are. I noticed they didn't give this one Lasix or any of the other medications you get out there, but it ran good. I don't know. It's probably going to have the lead. Short stretch in a mile. It's we'll see if it can. At that 3/8 to the wire, let's see if it can finish. It's 8 to 5 morning line. I don't know what kind of money it's going to take, but it does have some big numbers for a 10,000 claimer.
For sure. Favorite, deserving favorite.
Just want to try and beat it, and I think the 1 is the play today. The 5 is your pick, and we'll see how it shakes out. Let's go to race 2. Race 2 is a 2-year-old maiden special weight, so might have a Arkansas Derby hopeful in here. We're routing, 2-year-olds routing at the end of the year here, going into the 3-year-old season. You win this race, I mean, ideally, you could run in a stake right off the bat. So I went with the 2 Original Sin. I like the work tab here. Like I said, it might be a Derby hopeful. It ran on late in that debut. It was a step slow, and I liked how it finished in that race. Believe it or not, the race came back with some good horses. Mo Quality came out to win next time out. I mean, the connections are there. Here's Mo Quality. Got an 83. That's a really good number at Churchill for Christopher Davis. I would assume they might try and stretch that one out, but I don't know. It's by Motown out of a Quality Road, so I don't know much about that sire. But it has that foundation where some of these might not. Actually, there are a lot of them with experience. Actually, they all have experience. My bad. I was thinking of another race on the card, but Brad Cox and Ramon Vasquez gets the mount here, and we're just stretching it out. It's a curling out of an umbrelled song, so it's 2 turns all day long.
Can't go wrong there.
You landed on the 7.
I was, for the young horses, I was looking for a runner that can get out of the gate pretty quick, and that's half the battle with a lot of the youngsters. Starts and position, and I think this one can actually. He's shown a lot of gate speed in the past. I don't know what happened to that last race.
Yeah, I got too lazy and didn't watch the replay because it's Churchill. Because my advanced wagering site doesn't have,
But I mean, all leading up to that one, he's always shown he can get out of the gate, and I think maybe if you can get a good break and find the energy to keep running, looking for a gate to wire score here.
Yeah, I mean that would be the idea. Tom Amos, Bejarano's usually a pretty good gate jockey. Back in the day, he was really good out in Southern California. I mean, he's Probably lost a step as he's gotten older, but he's still a good rider.
Not sure not sure we've seen this guy develop yet either.
Well, of course. I mean, he's
and
2.
He's had some pretty nice family tree siblings too. When you go back and look deep into
let's take a peek. You're out of a Victory Gallop mare. Amos Gizmo is a half brother who just won a. Oh, that's an older one. Okay, but it won a grade 3 by 6 with a 95. Here's Amy's Flatter. Wow, I remember this runner.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, her resume speaks for itself.
This one's a good runner too. These are all graded stakes winners. Holy cow.
And look how many first-time starters won. It's amazing.
Even Aragorn Amy, this one's a stakes winner as well. It won the Martha Washington here at Oaklawn.
1, 2,
back
3,
in the day.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Golden Amy did not win a stake, but ran in stakes. Did win a maiden special weight and an A other than. Wow, what a family tree.
Yeah, so I mean, looking at that, I'm just, when are you gonna do something now? So,
I mean, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see if this one won first asking. I know, this horse has several starts already, but I'm just amazed at 6 first-time starters won.
6 or 7?
Is it 7?
I thought I counted 7, but
okay, whatever. That I've never seen that before.
Me either.
I have never ever seen that much. First of all, how many foals are you going to get? That's number one. And then they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 siblings win first asking. Are you shitting me? That's insane.
I've actually never seen that before in my life.
You're never gonna see that again.
What a great mare. I'm gonna remember this one.
Holy cow! Galloping Amy.
Victory Gallop. Yeah.
Well, he spent $300 on this one. This is the one that didn't win first asking.
Right.
Just missed second time out on the turf. But like you said, it's got speed. It's gonna be able to maybe carry that speed a long way.
Nice
you're going a mile and 16th here.
Nice work. 2 back. Little maintenance drill here at Oaklawn. So
yeah, it's had 2 drills since the last race. I had a bullet at Churchill, and they just gave, like you said, little maintenance tightener there. Well, that's an interesting family tree. I'll give you that. I think we're on the right 2 horses. But man, that Galloping Amy, that's pretty amazing. So anyway, I'm 2-8. You're 7-2. We both like the Brad Cox runner. I have it on top. You have it in second.
Yes.
All right, race 3. Race 3 is a starter allowance, 50,000. I think this is a non-2 lifer. No, is it? I don't know what the condition is. Let me see this. For 3-year-olds and up, which have started for a claiming price of 50,000 or less, and which have never won a race other than, okay. So it's like a starter, a other than, for 50. You landed on the 6. Actually, we both landed on the 6.
Yeah, we're both on Rivetage.
Yeah, start us off on this one.
Well, we're gonna need some. We're gonna need a target, and because this one's gonna be coming from kind of out of it. I really don't like a lot of these kind of horses, especially at Oaklawn. A lot of the times, I like them a little bit closer, just a little bit closer. But this one, I think, has a very nice kick at the end. we just got to hope and pray that we can get some of these front runners to set a pace.
Yeah, we got a short stretch, but there's ample speed in here. And I want to show you a replay. It ran against a lot of these. Now, this is last year here at Oaklawn, which is watch the replay. Watch the last at Oaklawn is what I had. Let me see. Actually, I had this one here. It was fan wide here. It was fan 6 wide last time. We could watch that one, and then we have this one where it ran against like foes. And you'll see the start. We are the 8 here. Whoop.
Funny Uncle goes in. We're ready to go. And Lair up.
Slight bobble, but nothing too big.
Funny Uncle broke sharply and shows speed today. We Miss Arlington put into play from the inside. We Miss Arlington has the lead. Super Renzo takes the second spot. Seas of Normandy third with Redfield into the turn, and a 3-deep Funny Uncle who broke the best has been taken back to 5th now. He's running
at the 3/8 pole.
Off the pace.
You'll see that it checks and comes again.
In midfield with I'm Your Man. They're a length and a half better than Single Ruler and Route Runner. The trailer at the back, Magnatap, as the 10 runners make their way up the barn side. We Miss Arlington, the leader on the rail, a half length in front. Super Renzo right there pressing in second. Redfield in the third spot. Seas of Normandy runs in fourth. Then Funny Uncle broke on the outside post. He's on the rail now. 4 lengths off the lead, racing alone. 3 ahead of Rivetage, who's between horses. On the inside, Route Runner draws level with him. I'm Your Man is 3 wide. They're 2 lengths ahead of Single Ruler.
The gray.
And Magnatap has
8.
yet to pass a runner. 23 and 3.
Watch it get checked here.
That We Miss Arlington set the half in 47 and 4 as they go charging into the turn. We Miss Arlington around the turn,
right there.
Neck in front. Seas of Normandy in the second position. Super Renzo is dropped back, being eased up out of it. I'm Your Man takes the third position. He's on the move, 3 wide, within a length of the top pair. And then comes Redfield. He's under pressure on the fence, top of the stretch. We Miss Arlington confronted on the outside by Seas of Normandy, and Seas of Normandy kicks on.
Now
Seas
she's
of
going
Normandy
to switch
becomes
out.
the one to reel in. And second, I'm Your Man right behind them. Funny Uncle is rallying on now. Let's see where he's going to go. He's going to duck to the inside. Seas of Normandy in front. Funny Uncle trying to reel him in. Seas of Normandy close to home. He's got it. Seas of Normandy over Funny Uncle. Third home, I'm Your Man in that photo.
Anyway, he likes the track. That was a very trouble. I thought he could have won that day. I think I bet him that day. Freshened up here. And like you said, I think there's ample speed in here. And Sharir with 10 Strike Racing, I mean, this is just a good outfit.
Yes.
You know.
Connections are good.
Yeah.
Good rider. My only concern is the short stretch. Other than that, good square price too.
Oh, 10-1 would be beautiful. And I think we're gonna be nice and fresh and ready to go right off the bench, and we'll be able to carve into some of those fractions. We'll be able to join in, so to speak, maybe at the 3/8 of the quarter pole. And I don't know how far we're gonna be out. We might not be that far. Last time it was that replay I showed you. You know, we got checked out of there. A slight bobble, nothing too crazy, but when you get checked into that turn like that and you lose, 3 to 5 lengths, and then you have to re-rally, and you saw how nice it ran down the lane. Point being, it likes Oaklawn, I think. Some of the races, they made some equipment changes, gave it Lasix and other things, but the drop helped it, obviously. But this is an interesting spot for a runner that might be coming into its own as it matures as a 3-year-old into the 4-year-old season. And I just respect the connections, and I wanted to command a price here. So I went with Rivetage, however you pronounce the horse's name.
I say Rivetage.
Yeah, my backup was Seas of Normandy for Cipriano Contreras. Second off of a layoff. It had a beautiful win here last year at Oaklawn, and if it could repeat that effort, it would be mighty tough here. And then your backup selection is Showtime who was a voided claim down at Keeneland, but has run fast.
Yeah, it's one of the quicker ones, and maybe this is the one that can get out and carry the speed and make everybody chase him. If it could get out, with a comfortable lead. Hang on maybe for the exacta. We nip it at the wire. That's kind of what I was looking at. This one is the one that I think is going to be one of the speed horses that will be able to actually have a strong finish as well.
All right, let's move over to the Arkansas bred, state bred, 20 non-2 lifers going 6 panels. These are 3-year-olds and up for fillies. Marco, start us off with your pick here. You have the 9, who is Sophie's Star at 30-1. Is that correct?
30-1.
What's the deal with Sophie's Star? What do you like about Sophie's Star? I mean, look, it's an Arkansas bred race. Anything can happen, but
okay,
I'd like to know.
It is, and these are the races where I like to always. This is where I like to pick the bombs. Is these Arkansas?
Yeah,
races.
I don't blame you.
You get a lot of horses that maybe belong, maybe don't belong. Sometimes they're coming off long layoffs, and you don't see them all the time. There's just a lot of different horses, and they're running in smaller circuits all over the place. And this one is no different. She's been around, 19 starts, only the 1 win, but she's hit the board a couple times. And I like the last workout. Got a bullet, on December 7th.
Oh, okay.
And if you're feeling good now, and really her races at the sprint races, she had a 4th, a 3rd, a 1st, off the board at 6th, a 4th, a 5th. So she's kind of like nosing to get better, I think.
The maiden score, if you can get that number, you'll be right there. It probably didn't beat much if it won by 9 and got a 52, but
it doesn't embarrass herself on the track, although she doesn't win. And to me, I think that's good enough. And if she's feeling good, got a hot rider. She's 30-1. So
they tried turf. That didn't work out. Back here, bullet. Okay, I got it. For me, I think it's all about Blue Ember, and no reason other than the barn's hot. Greg Compton, man, 3 starts and win in two seconds. 22% on the year too. And Fernando Jara in the irons. And it's just like a lot of these Arkansas breds, you don't see them for a whole year and then they reappear,
Yep.
So a lot of them are in this race like that. So there's some horses in here that have recency, but a lot of them are coming off that 6-month layoff or whatever it is. But I landed here just because the barn's hot and numbers are pretty good. It ran well here last year. It might be a little bit out of it early. It's not slow early though. Those are route races. This is a sprint. So it's going to have to, it's going to be a little bit, it's probably going to be mid-pack. And it's got enough of a late kick. I think 6 panels might work out fine. I know the races at 6 furlongs last year weren't good, but those were maiden special. And you can get some salty maiden special waiters, even at this, the Arkansas State bred level. Broke its maiden there at for 20. And this is a logical spot here. And let's just see if Greg Compton could keep it going. I think I'll work out, being in the 2 post, I'll probably save some ground on the rail. I'll have to work out a trip in there. I'll be behind a wall. And at some point, I'm going to have to split horses, come up a rail, swing out. I'm going to need a little bit of a pace to run into, but I think I'll get it.
Yep. And she's not running for a tag.
That's a good observation. This is yeah. Okay. So is this, what is now? That's interesting because it wasn't claimed. So do Arkansas bred horses, if they're coming off a layoff, they get a waiver claim? Apparently,
I believe so, because Danny got one with 5 queens, I believe.
Okay.
Like what, last year, 2 years ago.
Okay, I didn't even know that. So I guess if you're an Arkansas bred,
and also Q's Your Mama is the other one that's not in for a tag.
Okay, and is that one coming off the layoff? Yeah, it is. That must be the case. I think they're giving Archie breds the same thing as a waiver claim, a regular waiver claim, which is cool. You know, that protects the horses. These people, you know, they have farms around the area. There's, you know, like Tammy Hornsby, she's got a big, you know, operation there, or for local area anyway, and I'm sure she utilizes this. That's cool. Okay, I didn't even know that. So learn something new all the time. All right, race 5. What do we got here? 2-year-old maidens, 35,000, 6 panels. These are for fillies. Let's see where I landed here. Race 5. I landed on the 8. We both have the 10, but I have it as my backup. Start off with your 10 here.
Well, yeah, we got the Asmussen second time starter. Usually you get one start. I don't really take them on their first starts a lot, but then he gets to work on them and really does a good job, you know, getting them ready for the second time out. Works out all the kinks. And then I also thought the Dam was a pretty good runner herself. And also you could have a sibling that earned 500,000 in his career, and another one that's a professional horse, 72 starts and 12 wins. So you look down the line, and I like it enough to think that this one is headed in the right direction, in good hands. So, I mean, there's not much, obviously, data to go off of. Only one start, and this is a maiden race, but I like what I'm seeing here. And you got Asmussen.
The horse ran in the mud on the debut. Maybe that was an issue. It looks like it didn't have the greatest trip in the world either. So getting the fast trip, you know, strip today might help out your, you know, you have an outside post. You can see things develop. You don't want to get hung wide again or anything like that, but maybe it perks up on a fast strip. I landed, where's my horse at? I'm on the 8. Something's weird with my notes. They're not popping up on here. But anyway, I wanted to watch a replay, the debut replay. This was pretty significant for Helen's Revenge. I want you to see this.
Hunting rhythmical in the gate.
Watch you get knocked around on the 5 hole here.
Start. Racing.
Boom, 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 boom. Pinballed out of there.
Out of gate 1.
And the turquoise there.
Towards the middle of the line, iconic memories flashing across the face of the field from the outside post, and with a wing on every hoof, this debutante.
I got 3 horses beat here, and the turquoise back there.
From on the inside, Rose's Wish, who's being passed by Rapida. Rapida now moving up within a length of the front.
Now she's starting to gather momentum, probably in the 5 path.
Outside. Lady Lollipop has the red and black colors, one off the fence nearing the top of the
And there
stretch.
she is on the outside in the second flight back there.
Venice Vibe is a long way back in the field at the top of the lane with a quarter-mile to
And
go.
I like her good energy to the wire, really.
And she's my flame of the last pair. Towards the 8th pole in the stretch.
Center of the track, 4th right now.
Boldly on a 2.5 length lead. Rapida second. 5 lengths clear of the rest. Lady Lollipop, Helen's Revenge, and then Venice Vibe making some late ground. But Iconic Memory has run them off their legs. Big win on debut by 3.5 from Rapida.
And that was a good effort.
Revenge, Lady
that was a good effort. The start was horrendous. I mean, it got hit in the might have grabbed a hock there. I don't know. But it ran good there. It got pinballed pretty good. The next race, or the last race it was in, super tough. There's a horse, Alanis, I think I picked later in the card that is running in a much tougher spot. And then, of course, the third place finisher, I think it was a Sadler runner, Oveda's Hobby. I don't know why I can't. Let me refresh this. For some reason, it wasn't letting me pull up my numbers. Let's see. There it goes. Oveda's Hobby won by 12 in that race. And so, yeah, I mean, it's just it's Pete Miller, not Pete Miller, but let me see this one. I think the other one's Pete Miller.
Alanis.
Yeah, Alanis is Pete Miller.
Yeah.
That was a Pete Miller's runner. That horse that I just showed you was, I think, John Sadler. But yeah, this one for $35,000 gets a lot of class relief coming from Southern California. Drops down, and Harry Hernandez, man, I'm telling you, this guy can ride. He's won a lot of races aboard Lady J, I think 3 or 4 times, and out there at the Lone Star for Carl Broberg and the new trainer that took over. But hey, 8-1, I'll take it. You're on the 10.
Yeah, I'm on the 10. Yep.
All right. So that was my backup. 8-10, you have 10-9. Let's see. The 9 is Blue Dazzler, Speed Fade. You're just hoping it probably maybe keeps going and hangs on. You got Christian Torres, 3-1. 3-1's kind of a, I mean, that was in the slop last time where it almost hung on. The debut at Ellis was, good with 2 terrible races in between. But this it might run okay here. I don't know. 3-1. I just wanted to try to demand a price.
Yeah, I had to throw it underneath. 3-1's boring. All right, what we got?
What's the next race? Is it 6?
Race 6.
Oh, this is a good race. Big money. We're going 2 turns, optional claiming, non-winners of 2 for $50,000 optional tag, $131,000 purse. Those purses will get raised as the meet goes on to over 140. In this race, we both like the 2 as our backup. I guess we could start there. Creative Minister. This horse just doesn't like to win. I couldn't put it on top, and eventually it's gonna win. It ran well here last year against, I want to say, was that an Asmussen horse that beat it last year, Magic Tap? I think we were on that horse a few times. Yeah, and Magic Tap's a nice animal. So a little bit, I mean, it's a backup. I just, it doesn't win enough. It's probably not even worthy of a backup pick, to be honest with you.
I think so, but just because of the competition levels, that he's been running.
Probably will run second. Tell us about the 5.
I think he, Macman. This horse is definitely heading in the right direction. Been running again in some of these tough non-2 races and just missing by neck, a length. 3 lengths out last time. Ships here. I like has a win here. So actually, yeah, broke his maiden here at Oaklawn. Christian Torres, leading rider last year. I think this horse will be in the mix early. Definitely has enough late energy to hold on. It's 5-2. There's nothing exciting about that, but I just think this is probably one of the toughest horses in
all
this
right. Well, I had a trip note on it last year in the I didn't miss anything. It was odds on, like, what is that, 1-5, one next time out. It's come back and run against some really good company, and it's done well. The Churchill Downs race at 9 panels, I was probably asking a little bit too much, but yeah, this is a good cozy spot, and I don't blame you for maybe picking it. 5-2, though, not where I want to land. Machine Gun Man is where I went. This horse will have the lead, will try and wire this field, and has a good, I think at 15-1 has a sneaky, really good shot at wiring. It's run well here. It won last year here. It did get tired this next time out. But I think today there's really nobody to challenge. And Le Peru, he likes to be on the front anyway. So get it out there, relax it, and, move. It did have a nice drill on November 27th down there at Fairgrounds. It's been working well in general. So a bullet move down there says it's ready, and I like the fact that it likes to track. So speed is always dangerous. Pace makes the race. At 15-1, I would have this horse, on all of your verts and horizontals.
Yeah, you should. I think MacMan is going to be the one that's just going to stalk, get on the side of Machine Gun Man, and pretty much just say, "Hey, this is."
Oh, you think so, huh?
Welcome to the big leagues.
Well, it's not like this horse hasn't been in the big leagues. This horse,
no, yeah, but my thing is with these races, when you're competitive in some of the like non-2 and after races and stakes and all that, and this one just kind of gives up. I don't know.
Well, I don't know about that. If it gets spicy, yeah, but I'm just saying, what do I always say about horses that have the lead?
Well, it's definitely dangerous.
Definitely. Well, what's my saying? Where's Dylan Donnelly at? He knows what I always say.
Puff your chest out.
These horses can puff their chest out and get bigger. They get confident, So Machine Gun, what is it? Machine Gun Man can definitely look. This horse will have the lead.
He will definitely have the lead
at the quarter pole. This horse will have the lead, and
he will definitely have the lead.
And let's see what it can do. It ran against Silver Prospector last time.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. I saw that.
Got beat. And there's a lot of other good horses. I mean, it ran against. I don't know why they put it in that race 2 back. Saudi Crown is different type of animal that day. Came out start through half, so it obviously didn't break well 2 back against some grade 1 competition, really. But today, freshened up, bullet. Let's go time. Gate to wire. Let's blow up the tote board.
Well, I hope so, because I will include that one in a pick 5.
You better. All right, race 7 is a optional. It's a 2-year-old race. Optional claiming 125 grand. 8 other than. So you could put one of these in for a tag. I'm on Big Boat. And if you remember this horse, Big Boat, trainer Danny gave us a call before the debut and said, "Hey, I got a tip on this horse. DeVito says it's training well. It's going to run big at Churchill." And it won debut 7-1, almost, what was that, 7.5-1. And I gave it out on our text group text, and everybody made a lot of money on this runner. Last time, a little bit of a issue there in the race. Trip note, got bounced around in there in a grade 1, going 2 turns. And then not the best race last time either, as far as trip goes. I think we're going to be somewhat prominent early. Won't have the lead, but just get a good spot and relax. It's a Nyquist. And I'm anxious to see how we do at Oaklawn. The work tab locally is pretty good. I like it. So it seems to be grabbing the track pretty good here. And I respect the connections. And I don't know. I think this horse has some talent, this colt. And I'm anxious to see what happens here.
Yeah, I actually like Big Boat too. I looked at him long and hard. I landed on though the two Sandman. I was going back in the PPs. This horse for sure has ran against the most stiffest competition out of anyone in this field. I think Sandman is going to crush this field, and this is basically my pick of the day.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
It does have a lot of trips. It looks like it's had some bad trips. Now, is this a horse that has bad luck, or does he make his own bad luck?
I think, well, maybe a little bit of both. First out didn't, showed a little speed, faded, won. Then threw him into the stake. He was out of the gate a little slow. He was last. So, I mean, that was a stake race. So he was chasing. I mean, the competition level was just crazy. And then the last one he bumped. It looks like he changes leads late. Came in third in a grade 3. I mean, but this horse beat Innovator, I think, is a stakes winner. Aviator was a golf or whatever, won a stakes race, I think. He lost to a stakes winner.
What race? Wait, what race are you talking about?
The Saratoga race and the he lost to.
Oh, the Saratoga race where it won
The
that
maiden,
day? Okay.
Yeah, the maiden race, that horse, Keep It Easy, just won a stake on November 30th.
Okay, yeah, Aviator Guy for Chad Brown just missed in the Remsen. Okay, that's right.
Yeah,
so that was good.
The competition this horse has been facing is just so much stronger than the rest of this field has been facing. So to me, this is going to be like almost like a class drop.
Well, I would agree with that. I mean, it's in a nice spot where it's I think, is it the morning line favorite? I don't even.
It's he's 3-1.
3-1. Okay, but yeah, this is a good spot, and it's if it can get a clean trip today, yeah, by all means, it can do well.
Yeah, this is the one that I really, really liked when I was doing the card, and this one stuck out the most to me as far as like a confidence bet.
Okay. All right, and this race will kick off the no, that's the last race, kicks off the late pick 5. So this is going to be the second leg, the first leg of the late pick 4. Okay.
I will. I'm singling Sandman.
You're singling it on pick 5s and 4s and stuff like that. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, I will include it with my DeVito runner here, Big Boat, who I also think has some talent. And they spent what does that say? Does that say 460 or is that on my bifocals? Let's see. Yeah, they spent some good money on the 7. Okay, 460. All right, it's going to be an interesting race. We have some, obviously, some Derby hopefuls in here as well. And we'll see what happens. Race 8. Race 8. Marco, let's get a... I want to get a coffee break here.
Okay.
And let's come back in a few minutes. Or yeah, I got to get some more coffee and take a leak.
All right.
All right. All right, I'm back. I had to get me some. I ran out of American coffee, so I got the
Oh, okay. So you had to.
Syrup's Good coffee. I had to make it real quick. Good shit right there. All right. Where are we at? What race?
Race 8.
We're going in race 8. Okay, so we got a 2-year-old maiden special weight. I'm on the 4. You like the 4 as your backup, and you have the 1 as your top pick. Let's start with that one. You have Terra Bella.
Terra Bella in the 1 hole, which I'm not really a lot against the 1 hole at Oaklawn. I don't mind it. You're looking at some good connections, and trainer does very well with maiden special weights. Second time start, so you were up front and you kind of fell off. I mean, it was a turf race, a turf sprint. Those are tricky for any horse, really. I think I'm going to give this horse another crack, and I think if she can be part of the early running, definitely going to give her an advantage as well. So I'm looking for an improvement off that first race.
All right. Well, I looked at that horse. It's in the 1. I hate the 1 hole, as you know, and I went with the 4. I got the hood going on. I got that Pete Miller speed. The last work here for 3/8 was good. This is the one that ran against Helen's Revenge, the one that's in race 5. And I just think this one has a good shot to wire. Just break clean. You'll be, on the outside of the 1 if the 1 breaks, clean anyway. I could bear down on that one or just clear. And some of the competition was decent for the 4 out there in Southern California.
Yeah,
and,
I really like that horse as well.
So yeah,
the wire thread is exactly what I was thinking, and that's the one that I'm going to have to try to beat for sure.
Yeah, I mean, track biases weren't that low, and they went 21 and 44 in every damn race. So you're not going to see 21 and 44 today, and I think the 4 is going to have the lead, and
maybe catch a breather, and that's all you're going to need to win this race, really. And
we'll see if the Gary Barber Pink can get in the winner's circle.
And you got a lot of first-time starters in this race, and a couple of other outside ones have a start but didn't do much.
Yeah.
The 9 horse, I don't know, ran okay at Prairie Meadows. I mean, 3 out of 5 is actually not that good. I don't respect that track that much as far as runners going there and doing well and coming here. Nothing against it, but I just when I see that, I don't really think much of it because it's just weak,
Yeah, I got the 2 as my backup. Complex Secret for McPeak. He's got 2 in here. Le Perou's good, probably has first call, and so I figured this is the better runner of the 2, and it's 9-5 though. I didn't want to pick that one on top, especially when I think the 4 is going to have the lead and have every opportunity to wire. So that's where I went there. Let's see what happens. We'll see if your 1 can go turf to dirt and break clean down there. Hopefully my pick and your pick don't bang heads too much and kill each other, and then something comes out from outer space and catches them both. But
yeah, you never know what some of these firsters are going to do, and you got to hopefully you get a good trip. I mean, you're going to, the 4's going to have to break out of the gate. The 1's going to have to break out of the gate. If not, I don't think either one of them are going to win. So
race 9. More big money, Marco. 6 panels, optional claiming 58, non-winners of 2. This is for 3-year-olds and up. You landed on the 8. That's my backup. Why don't you start us off with that one?
We got
Ringo.
the one Bohemian Bow. That horse is going to go. Easy Action. That horse is going to go. Jackman. That horse is going to go. Market Street. Be probably going to try to be a part of it. Awesome Aaron. That horse is going to be early. So we got Chiringo. I think this race sets up perfect for I mean, pretty much you're going to see a repeat of those last 2 for 2 at Oaklawn. He is 2-1, and I mean, nothing special about that price, but you got Dream Trip written all over it.
It does. It's coming off of that, proverbial Oaklawn layoff, but it's working really good for a trainer that I respect a lot. So 2-1 is just too low for me. I like the horse. Don't get me wrong. I got to pick second. I went with the 5, Awesome Aaron. Awesome Aaron. Let's look at that last race. It was in the slop. I don't want to watch it, but I want to look at the horses that it ran against. First of all, Liberal Arts was on the Arkansas Derby Trail last year. Came back and won. What a nice number. Banishing, who beat it, crushed with a 95 figure. This 2 Eagles River won next time out and then ran well at Turfway. So, and then there's some other decent runners in there as well. So this is a very salty group that I exit. And it likes to run here. It does not need the lead. It should, when you talk about getting a perfect pocket trip, it should be 3rd or 4th. It should be like 3rd or 4th early on the rail, just waiting and to blast home from somewhere. And I'm excited about this one. It's 6-1. I think I'll get that good square price on it. And let's see what we can do.
Yeah, and Santana knows how to ride this strip.
Of course.
He's been one of the better riders historically at Oaklawn, in history. So he knows what to do.
Yeah, the 1 star here from last year, it was towards the end of the year in 23. And look, the meet didn't end in December. It was just getting going. And we didn't see it again until April. So something must have happened in that last race. They only raced at Oaklawn. But it ran against some really good horses, including Payne, who was in good form back then. At the time, Asmussen had it, who we picked, and Stage Left was in good form as well last year. So obviously, might have. Who knows what it could have been? It could have been an abscess. Could have been a little quarter crack.
Well,
could have been
that last race. Really tells you that.
The last race was great.
That tells you he's back. And he didn't get bet much that day. I mean, he was 9-1. It's not.
That was a tough group, man. Those were some good horses. It just got claimed for 40 by this barn. It was doing so well they threw it in there. And it ran a big race. I mean, it had the lead and just got tired, got caught by some really, really 2 really nice runners that I just showed you.
Well,
so
maybe Norm Cassie got this horse all fixed up and figured out. So
that's what I'm thinking.
Something to watch here. Something to watch.
Yeah, and if you look at Santana with Norm Cassie, the numbers are incredible. 37% at Oaklawn Park the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's this one's getting included in everything I'm doing.
Yep. And the nightcap. We land on the same horse in the nightcap. The nightcap is a $7,500 claiming event going a mile. The purse is a nice fat $32,000 for these. And we both land on the 7-2. Is it the second choice? I don't even know what. It's 7-2, so it's not a huge price, but Harry Hernandez is on it. Exits a much tougher race at Remington Park. The last 2 races, it didn't run great. It ran dead last 2 back and a other than, and beat 2 horses in that that other I don't know what that is, like a starter allowance, but I looked at those horses, they're pretty good. Ringside came back and won next time out, 2 back, and T-Bone's Trick's pretty nice, and a couple of those other ones, Next Revolt. Back to the claiming ranks, and 3 back at a similar level, it won at Remington, and relatively easy.
Yeah, Julestown should be very competitive in this race. If you leave this horse off your tickets, you pretty much might as well just rip them up. And
what else? What was your main? What did you like about it?
Well, the class drop for one. That one pretty much made that my decision for me. And you got the jockey, you got success at Oaklawn, the running style. So all around, when you're
should be put in a race. It looks like Cozy My Boy. For Abel Rodriguez out on the outside, where Christian Torres just claimed is the 3-1 favorite. But it looks vulnerable. The post isn't ideal. I thought it was very beatable, and I know we're not a bomb or anything, but that one was life and death for 5,000.
Yeah, and that was November 15th. You're about a month out from that. You're in for 5 at Remington. You're 7 years old. You had a nice career. It just wasn't as appealing to me as Julestown. But, the connections claimed this horse back, so that they like the animal.
My backup was Thunderstruck, 5-1. Comes from those Arapahoe Downs, or wherever the hell that. Where is that track?
You know what? I don't even
It's got
know.
these overnight stakes. 50,000. It was claimed for 20 by the connections at Prairie Meadows, and they tried all those overnight stakes and collected a couple of checks and 4th there. But makes all the sense here at this level. It's 0 for 13 lifetime at Oaklawn Park, though, but it does have 3 seconds. And looking back at some of the races, it's always run tougher here. So this is, obviously the cheapest level that it's ever run here at Oaklawn. So it makes a lot of sense as it's 6 going into its 7-year-old season. Where's Arapahoe at? I should know this, but Henry, good morning to you as well.
Arapahoe's in Nebraska.
Okay, I was, if you put a gun to my head, I was going to say that because I saw it right at Prairie Meadows. A lot of those, they go there and they, okay. Interesting circuit out there. Good stuff, Marco. Anyway, I'll be playing the races today. We got the family horse in race 1.
Yeah, I'm going to be heading up there here in a minute. And
you going to the track?
Yep.
Where are you going to be sitting? Over there in the
probably be hanging out at Rockies mostly.
Gonna go to Rockies, yeah.
Yeah.
Send a runner over there to make some bets.
Either that or I'll do it from the phone. We'll see.
Hey, do you have the Oaklawn Anywhere app?
I don't.
Oh, you don't use that?
I do have that app though. I just haven't used it in a while. Don't know why. No reason. I just didn't. But now that I live here, I'm going to start using it again.
Yeah. What was your first reaction to the college football playoff bracket? Did you get a chance to look at that?
I actually didn't.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
I know that there's 12 teams.
Oh, okay. You didn't. We'll talk about it next week then if you take a peek at it. Alabama did not get in. That was one of the big stories.
Yeah. Who's Oregon playing?
Oregon has a bye. The way they
All
do it, Marco, there's 12 teams. The top 4 seeds, or the conference winners, actually get a bye. So Boise State got a bye. Oregon got a bye. Arizona State got a bye. And somebody else. But Ohio State is playing Tennessee, and the winner of that game plays Oregon.
Okay. I'm betting the team that plays Oregon on the money line.
Seriously?
Yes. I think that team is very vulnerable. That's just me.
Well, you can run on them. So if you're physical and you can run the football. I mean, Penn State had 250 yards rushing. The problem is their offense, it seems like they can't be stopped. I mean,
at times. But yeah.
But I think what you need to do is
to beat them, and then the playoffs are going to be a different story because you're going to be playing, back-to-back tough games, and at minimum, well,
yeah.
So, and if they play Ohio State, I think Ohio State's going to drum them.
Man, they really, boy, I tell you what, Ryan Day, he's on the hot seat. If he loses against Tennessee, he's probably going to be fired. That's a rumor.
They should beat Tennessee, though. Tennessee has a very good defense, but they're not. They don't score a lot of points, it seems. So
okay, you know more about SEC football than I do because I'm Big Ten country up here.
Yeah, I mean their defense is very good, but their offense is pathetic at times. So
it's pathetic. Wait, it's pathetic at times.
They're in some games that it's like 6-0 at halftime and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Boring. I mean, they can't score.
That's interesting.
But it's hard to score on them.
I got an upset for you. I think Indiana is going to go into South Bend and take out Notre Dame.
Wow. That would be something. A lot of people like Notre Dame.
In-state rivalry. Notre Dame did lose to Northern Illinois early in the season. They've come back and played good football, but I don't know their schedule. Indiana, they got beat pretty good by Ohio State in the horseshoe, but a couple of things went their way. They had a muff punt and another fumble deep in their territory that led to 14 points, and then they scored on their first drive. They scored on their last drive. I think they needed that loss. I think they made the playoffs. I think they're well coached. That coach said, "Google me," you know what, you'll see what I could do. And
yeah.
And I think they're going to beat Notre Dame. That's going to be my upset in the first round. There's 2 other good matchups. Here, actually, let's pull it up real quick. People like to talk about college football playoffs. All right. Let's see if I can get the bracket here.
Lamplighter Jack. 3 out of 22.
Yeah, he worked again, and he's doing good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to share this. And if anybody else out there wants to chime in and give your 2 cents. All right, so here's the bracket, Marco. Oh, no, wait a minute. This ain't the bracket. What the hell is this? Hold on. That ain't it. Hold on. Here's the real one right here. Did you see that running back in Arizona State?
No.
White boy that looks like Mike Allstott.
A bruiser?
Oh, man. I never seen him play. You know how it is with the teams out west. We never really get to watch them too often. All right. So here it is. I don't know how do I get rid of this thing? Anyway, so Tennessee versus Ohio State, the winner of that plays Oregon. And then you have Notre Dame and Indiana. The winner plays Georgia. So that's going to be interesting. And then on the bottom part here, Clemson and Texas. Listen, I'm telling you right now, Marco, if Texas wants to go deep in this playoff run, they need to play Arch Manning more because he can move around in the pocket.
I've been saying it.
He can create things with his legs. He's not Peyton Manning. He's not Eli Manning. He's a better athlete than his uncles. He's more like his dad.
What?
His dad Cooper.
We're finishing up now.
Oh, who are you talking to?
All right, bye.
Who's that?
That was Danny.
Trainer Danny?
Yep.
Okay.
Anyway, meet up with him right now.
Anyway, if you look at I was mentioning Arch Manning, he needs to get more PT or they're not going to make it far. They're not going to win this game. If he doesn't get some PT in this game, they're probably going to lose this game. Because Dabble Sweeney's got these guys playing. They got a new lease on life. Penn State should be very happy with their draw. They got SMU, excuse me, SMU in the first round. They should just bully them, although they are a scrappy team. But
they should. But they can't, you can't take a week off now. I mean, this is
no, you can't take them for granted. I mean, they're in the playoffs for a reason. Yeah, they played Clemson tough. They made them a nice, furious comeback.
Yeah,
and then you have Boise State, and I haven't watched a lot of Boise State, but is Boise State like they have the running back that they feed 35 times a game, and they're calling him, he's going to break Barry Sanders' record, dude. Barry Sanders did that in like 11 or 12 games.
Yeah.
And sat every second half. The kid on Boise's getting 30 carries a game. So I don't want people that are comparing him to Barry Sanders, get out of Dodge. Nice kid, nice back. But I'm telling you, the pros, he's got Monty Ball written all over him. Remember Monty Ball for Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember him.
But anyway, that's the bracket. What's your initial thoughts on that? And I'll let you go.
Well, I like if Ohio State can not get upset by Tennessee here, which I think that would be more of an upset. If Ohio State doesn't win that game, Oregon is in 100%. And I think really the bottom, Penn State and Texas have the easiest routes if they want it. But they would have to you're gonna have to face each other, and then the upper right hand corner, that's going to be the one that's the toughest side right there.
Well, I know, but you know what? Georgia has issues at quarterback right now. I don't know how healthy Beck is, and if he's gonna be healthy, he's got a shoulder issue, and maybe the kid, the backup that they put in there can. I mean, look, he tried. He didn't look great, but he played better as the game went on. But
yeah,
if Beck isn't going to be available in these playoffs, then Georgia's going to be a quick exit.
But yeah, I think if Ohio State wins, they upset Oregon, they're going to get in.
You think so? Okay. Well, that game in Oregon was, I don't know how you don't get a field goal.
It's time management.
Just like the Bears.
Otherwise, all they had to do is have one more second, and then they win that game.
Mm-hmm. Well, good stuff, Marco. We have a nice little card. Tomorrow, Carl Broberg's going to be joining us.
Nice.
And then we got, I think, Chris Inman on Sundays. So join in tomorrow, folks, for another edition of the Oaklawn Capping Hour. Let's see if we can cash some tickets today. And Marco, hey, I'll be rooting for the family horse today. We'll see if
let's do it.
Vinisky can perk up here, and I hear he's feeling good. And if he can run back to that replay I showed at the beginning of the show, he'll be right there.
Well, if we're going to cash some tickets, that would be the nicest one to cash. So let's do it.
Let's do it, Marco. Thanks for joining in, guys. We will see you next time.
All right, later.
Bye-bye.